Welcome everyone. Today's session will be on monitoring, logging, and error handling in Apache Airflow. Whether you are troubleshooting a failed task or you are ensuring a pipeline runs on time, or today's features are essential for a reliable data workflow. In this video, we will understand Airflow's logging structure. We will learn how to configure retries and delays. We will learn setting up alerts using email operator and Slack. We will handle SLA misses to monitor time sensitive tasks. So let's get started. TAG and task logs. Airflow provides rich logging for every DAG run and task, in which you can see task logs via the Airflow UI. You can download logs as well. You can view stdout and exceptions and retries as well. Every task in Airflow generates logs. Logs include output from inbuilt function, which is print function. It also include output from errors, retries, and execution details. Logs are available via Airflow UI, as already mentioned, CLI, Airflow task logs, REST API. In REST API's new version, you can see the logs, and you can also see logs stored in local files or remote systems. For example, cloud storage like GCS, Google Cloud Storage. Log access. In attempt to access the log, we should go to DAGs, then task instance, and then we can see the log. Log access is useful for debugging or viewing print function output. You just need to go to Airflow UI, Airflow web server, that is, navigate to DAGs tab, click on any DAGs, choose a task instance, then click on log. The log selections gives us std out or printout output, retry messages, exceptions, tracebacks, task start or end markers as well. So why logs matters? Because logs are the first place you look when something fails. Suppose you are running everything smoothly, But in attempt to know it with precise observations, the first place you will have a look at is logs. In case something is not going accordingly, you will look at logs. When something fails, logs show you the full story of what happened according to the time. Let's move to the next, retries and retry delay. Sometimes tasks fail due to network, API, or system issues. You can handle transient error using retries, retry delay for 2 minutes. We have already seen this in practicals. You might ask why tasks fail. There are several reasons, which are API rate limits, temporary database locks, network timeouts, memory or resource spikes. Airflow resilience feature is, instead of failing a DAG because of temporary issue, Airflow will let us retry task automatically. So instead of failing a DAG because of some temporary issue, Airflow will let us retry the task automatically. The key parameters in retries are retries, retry delay, and max retry delay. We have already seen this in triggers and retries as well. So retries gives us the number of retry attempts. Retry delay gives us the time between retries. Max retry delay gives optional maximum delay. For best practices, always use retries for external APIs. And you should also set a reasonable delay, like 5 to 10 minutes, for transient issues. You should also avoid for infinite retries. Think of a recent task in your workflow that could have been saved with a retry. What was it? So instead of failing a task due to the temporary issue, it is letting us retry for the same task. Let's move to the next. Next we have alerts with email operator or Slack webhooks. Webhooks. As you can see, we have an example for email operator. You can see that library is there. We have a variable called email alert, in which we have used email operator function, which contains task ID, which is send email. This is the new task. Two, into we will have the mail of particular person know we want to notify. Subject, the subject of mail. Here it is airflow task failed. So the address you will put of a person will get an email which will be having subject as airflow task failed. Next, HTML content. In HTML content, it, the message will show the task has failed. This is what an email operator is used for, to send alerts or notify people. The purpose of email operator is to alert developers or stakeholders when something is not going right. If in case something breaks, email operator is used to send notification on task failure as well as retries or completion of task. You can also attach alerts downstream from critical tasks and trigger them only on failure. Next, we have Slack alerts. We have Slack alerts by using simple HTTP operator. We have seen this earlier in the video. So the Slack alert uses simple HTTP operator. It has task ID as Slack alert, HTTP connection ID, Slack connection, endpoint, your webhook endpoint, method is post method, data is a JSON file, it will dump task failed, header is application. So why should we use Slack alerts? Slack alerts are instant communication in DevOps or DataOps, that is development operation or data operations workflows. Alerts teams on channel with DAG status updates. To send Slack alerts, use incoming webhook URL as we have used in here. You can see that endpoint. To send Slack alerts, we need to build a notification function and call it using a Python operator as we have simple HTTP operator. We have built a function and we are calling it by using simple HTTP operator. Let's move to the next. Managing SLA misses. SLA equals to service level agreement, which defines expected max run time of a task. You can see in this snippet that SLA variable, we have used time delta function, and in that we have set it to 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is the maximum expected runtime of a task. Airflow will log this SLA misses and can send SLA alert emails as well. SLA defines how long a task is expected to take. SLA also notifies if a task exceeds its expected duration. So, how does SLA work? If a task exceeds its SLA duration, the Airflow will log it as an SLA miss if a task exceeds its SLA duration. And also, Airflow will optionally send an SLA email when a task exceeds its SLA duration. So if you want to access whether you have SLA misses or not, you need to go on Airflow web server, then go to browse and then click on SLA misses. When to use SLA monitoring? Time sensitive pipelines like hourly reports, marketing campaigns, SLA monitoring can be used for these hourly reports and marketing campaigns. SLAs can also be used, SLA monitoring can also be used for external dependencies like API calls that has timed out. So we are done with SLAs. So monitoring and error handling in Airflow transforms our DAG from simple jobs into production grade workflow. That was about monitoring and error handling in Airflow. Logs, on the other hand, tells you what happened. Alerts tell your team, and retries give tasks a second chance to succeed. You should take care of few things. First, enable retries and logs in all your critical DHs. Second, set up a dummy email operator for testing. Third, you should try failing a task intentionally and observe the logs plus alert behavior whether it is working or not. The fourth thing you need to make note of, you should implement SLA in at least one of your existing DAGs. So I guess that was all about monitoring, logging, and error handling. Let's recap what we have been through till now. We have seen where and how to access Airflow logs. We have set up retry strategies for task resiliency. We have sent alerts via email or Slack for real-time visibility. We have handled SLA misses and performance guarantee. Logs Logs in Airflow are automatically generated output for each task instance, every retry, all print or logging info outputs for tracebacks and exceptions. Logs are stored per DAG run and per task instance. Default location is Airflow, then logs. Logs can be redirected to remote storage like Google Cloud Storage. You can download the log directly from the Apache Web Server UI. If your Python operator if your Python operator fails, go to the log to see if it was bad API call, a missing variable, or a typo in your function. Retry and delays. Airflow allows you to retry task automatically before declaring failure. You can handle transient error using retries equals to 3 and retry delay equals to 2 minutes. Retry and retry delays are the key parameters. Next, we have email and alerts with email operator. It is used for proactively monitor failures, to notify data engineers and business owners, and to prevent missed SLAs or silent futures failures. Then next we have Slack alerts. We use them to email to get immediate attention. We use them to alert to team channels, keep everyone informed. It is great for 24/7 Teams or DevOps monitoring. Next, we have SLA misses. In SLA, you can define how long a task allowed to run. Airflow logs and optionally alerts if exceeded. You can send email alerts from SLA breaches. It is important because some tasks must finish before reports are generated. In that case, SLA monitoring is important. Alerts help prevent downstream failure or delays. It is commonly used in a marketing email job that must finish before 6 a.m., daily sales report that must be ready by 9 a.m., high latency tasks like big ETL loads. It is useful in these cases. You should use Airflow REST API to fetch log dynamically, integrate with Prometheus Grafana for metrics dashboard, implement retry backoff strategies using exponential delay. So that was all about branching, monitoring, logging, and error handling. I will see you in next time, and we are done with the fundamentals of Apache Airflow. Thank you.